gonna make some pie crust for some chicken pot pies. The first one I'm going to do is regular pie crust, and I'm going to use 2.5 cups of flour. And on this one, I'm going to just use whole wheat flour. You use all-purpose flour, but I'm using whole wheat. One, 2.5 cups. And then I'm going to use 2 sticks of butter. And on this, I'm going to take, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to use a pastry cutter and cut the butter into the flour. Just because I'm going to be lazy today and not want to get my food processor out. And I'm using salted because that's what I have. Normally I would use an unsalted butter, and I would use a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, but well, I don't have unsalted butter today. And just cut this in. Now you're going to cut this into your flour until you get little bitty chunks. Like when I do my biscuits, same way. Just keep cutting it in. Now, you don't have to use butter. You can use lard, whatever you want, but I just prefer to use butter. Now this will work better if you did want to break your food processor out. It would go faster. I just don't want to do mine. This will give your arms a workout. Now once you get there, just kind of break them up. Continue to break your pieces. You want the smaller the better on this. So just continue to work your dough until you get little bitty pieces. Okay, so now that I have all my little chunks in here, I'm going to take and add probably, I'm going to start out with about 5 tablespoons of ice water and work that in. Okay, so about 5 tablespoons to begin with of ice water. So 4 and 5, and just work this in. Now we'll just start adding until we get the consistency we want. So I add 2 more tablespoons and work that in. And then I'll add a couple more. And I'm just working it in. You don't want to add it all at one time. Probably about 2 more will do it. That should be about it. And then you're going to form your dough together and put this in the fridge for about an hour. Now what you want to do is, once you get the consistency you want, now the way you know if you've got the consistency you want is just take some, put it in your hand. If it starts forming and not sticky or anything, then you know you have the right consistency. So now that we have that, we're going to take and form it together with our hand. And you just want to kind of form it into now this is going to make 2 pie crusts. So what you'll do is you'll use the one. Let's take some of this off of here because I think I got too much on this one. You'll take the one and just form it. Into just a round ball. Keep forming. You don't really want to knead your dough, you just want to form it. And then you want to form your next one. Same way. Just get it all together, forming it. And you want it to look like that. And then you're going to put this in the refrigerator for an hour. Okay, now I'm going to make a gluten-free pie crust, almond-free, sugar-free, all the frees. I'm going to start out with 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 cups of almond flour. We've got a cup in here. 2 cups. And then a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. And a half a teaspoon of salt. I use a coarse salt, you use whatever salt you want. Salt's salt. And then I use 1 egg. Mix it all together. Alright, and then that's your sugar-free, gluten-free pie crust right there. So you're going to form it into a ball, put this in the refrigerator for about an hour. Okay, so the way I'm going to form this is I'm going to put it on this wax paper here. It comes out pretty easy. Just form it into your ball. Okay, with the wax paper, put this in the fridge for about an hour, and then we will be back.